Wherever Trump goes, the circus comes to town. And whenever the circus comes to town, you can expect a clown show. Much like the one a group of Republicans orchestrated, choreographed, rehearsed, and performed for the last couple days outside the courthouse where Trump is standing trial. Their little sideshow is just a way to try and keep the MAGA crowd supporting a lost cause. And when I say support, I ain't just talking about opinion polls. Trump supporters love to get bilked, and these guys are here to milk that cash cow until the sheep come home. Now, if there's one thing you can depend on more than Trump lying, it's that wherever there's a Republican clown show going on, Lauren Boebert will try and join in and lend a hand. And this is where life gets tough for a Republican woman, because the old boys club is just that, a closed group for the big boys. Watch as the spotlight-grabbing, microphone-stabbing Beetlejuice star grabs the microphone as the show heads out of town.
I want all of the news to start asking the question, what is the crime? Because everyone in this court has not been informed of what the crime is. The defendant does not know the crime that was committed.
Now, it is really hard to decide what is funnier here. Watching Boebert pounce the second the mic is free, or seeing the boys club turn around and abandon her like she's a porno star in a church. Or maybe it's hearing the crowd chanting Beetlejuice at her. For now, I want to focus on the boys club totally abandoning her. There is not one iota of respect for her. Not only is she completely uninvited to be a part of the boys club, but it is clear that they do not want to be associated with her in any way, shape, or form. This is a group that doesn't want to be embarrassed by their association with Lauren Boebert. And let me tell you something. When you can embarrass Republican politicians, you have really hit the high water mark. This is a party impervious to embarrassment, and yet they can't get away from Boebert fast enough. And then, of course, there's the gun-toting former bar owner trying to take her case to the American people. Only the people aren't listening. Her rant that Trump, the defendant, does not know the crime that was committed, it's not the de facto miscarriage of justice she thinks it is. If Trump does not know the crime that was committed, it's because of his own ignorance. The prosecution has laid out its case, both in an indictment that Trump could read, if he would read, and in their opening arguments, which Trump could have stayed awake for. So, Miss Boebert, if Trump's lawyers can't clarify for him what he is being tried for, that's a problem with the defense, not the prosecution. Perhaps a meeting with Giuliani at the Four Seasons Landscaping Company could clarify. Or maybe Lauren herself could lend a hand and help Trump come to a conclusion. Karma is rarely on time, but when it does arrive, it is such poetry. The outrage that is stock and trade for Boebert, whether it be about guns or Jesus not being allowed to carry his guns, that may work fine in Colorado, but not so much in New York. This crowd lets her know, you ain't in Kansas anymore. They shout her off the mics with chants of Beetlejuice. And so Lauren learns the hard way that substituting outrage for intelligence can only get you so far. It's a whole nother league when the crowd is smarter than you are. At that point, you might as well just tuck your tail in and chase after the big boys. Let's just see that again. Just walk away, Renee. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.